Bambi's School of Street Smarts, since yous don't listen anyway. Hey, you ever met somebody who couldn't find their way out of a paper bag with GPS and divine intervention? You know, the kind of kid who gets scammed by a guy selling bridges. Yeah, we built a school for him. Welcome to Bambi's School of Street Smarts, where you learn the only curriculum that matters how not to get played. Course List 1, Intro to Common Sense, Beat 101. Learn the basics, like how not to tell strangers online your life story, or how to spot a business opportunity that smells like a pyramid scheme. 2, Advanced BS Detection. Bambi herself teaches you how to sniff out a fake wise guy from 3 boroughs away. Real capos talk less, dress better, and don't live stream their crimes, capiche? 3, Situational Awareness. TU 202. Learn to read a room, whether it's a sit-down, a live stream, or your cousin's shady poker night. Instructor, Agent Lopez, retired from teaching feds how to keep their heads down. 4, Emotional Armor. 303, taught by Bambi herself. You'll master the art of not reacting when someone tests you. Because in this life, whoever loses their cool first, loses. 5, The Hustler's Ethics. 401. Yeah, we got ethics. Just our kind of ethics. Don't steal from family. Don't bite the hand that feeds you. And for the love of marinara, always pay the guy who prints your flyers. A guy ducking a flying cannoli. A girl checking her surroundings before making a deal. One poor bastard getting yelled at for trusting a dude named Crypto Carmine. Street smarts ain't something you're born with. It's something you earn. That's right. We don't hand out diplomas. We hand out survival instincts. Graduate from here, you ain't just smart. You're unscammable. Enroll now in Bambi's School of Street Smarts. We turn pigeons into pros. Classes fill up fast. Call 1-800-FORGET-ABOUT-IT or visit pizzaversestudios.com smarts. Limited seats, unlimited attitude. Bambi's School of Street Smarts, where common sense gets made.
Bugs, what the fuck you doing in there, you prick?
A Pizzaverse Grimm tale, The Godfather Clock. A mob fairy tale written by Bambi Palermo, narrated by Vincent Vinny DiPrio. A Pizzaverse Studios production. The thing that shouldn't tick Florida. The air was heavy with the kind of heat that made time feel lazy. Even the mosquitoes were drunk off humidity and old secrets. In a town called Ocala, down a dirt road that had more potholes than promises, Tony Bum Pizza stumbled across something that didn't belong in this world. It wasn't gold or cash or anything you could pawn off down by the Waffle House. It was a clock, a big, ornate, old-world piece carved in the Sicilian walnut, etched with angels that didn't look all that holy. Its hands moved backward and forward on their own, ticking like it had an opinion. Tony brushed the dirt off it and squinted. He was wearing his trademark Batman tee, black glasses, with a mustard stain on the chest and delusion in his eyes. "Well, look at you," he muttered, lighting a cigarette. "The Godfather Clock. That's what you are, huh? A timepiece for a man of honor." He said it like the words man of honor didn't taste like vinegar in his mouth. But even the swamp seemed to go quiet for a moment, like it was listening. He grinned. "You and me, baby. We're gonna make history." In the Pizzaverse Social Club, the espresso machine started hissing like it had a vendetta. The neon sign in the window, blue and silver, shaped like a slice, flickered twice and dimmed. Sun-grown Tricum was sitting at the bar, wearing that long olive coat that looked like it had seen a few world wars. Across from him sat Admiral Impeach, Boston man, polishing his pipe with a bar napkin and muttering about inflation and pizza bum cocksuckers. At the table in the corner, Mikey the Hammer was tapping a cue ball against his knuckles. Deb Roberts, sharp eyes behind a sharper tongue, leaned over the counter, scrolling her phone. Anthony Sessa and Joey Dimes argued about who owed who from last week's poker game. And over it all, a sound began faint at first, then growing louder. Tick, 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 tick. Not from any clock they could see. It came from inside the walls, inside the lights, inside the bones. Sungrown stopped mid-sip. You hear that? Mikey, hear it? Feels like my fillings are counting down to something. Impeach. That ain't electricity. That's metaphysics, baby. Someone's playing with time. Sungrown closed his eyes, letting the sound wash over him. He could feel it. A ripple through the rhythm of the world. The kind that only happens when a fool opens something they shouldn't. Sungrown. It's Tony. I can smell the stupidity from here. Tony Bum Pizza sat in the middle of his shack, surrounded by cheap digital watches, broken alarm clocks, and wristbands he'd stolen from a Dollar Tree clearance bin. He had the Godfather clock propped up on a cinder block, ticking like a heartbeat. You're beautiful, he said, grinning through a cloud of smoke. You know that? You're my ticket back to the top. He gave the key a twist and the minute hand spun backward once. His phone lit up a notification. A stranger sent him money on Cash App, then another, then 10 more. It wasn't luck. The clock was bending time, changing the flow of moments like a jukebox playing his favorite song. He figured it out fast. If he twisted it, he could sell time. A few seconds here, a minute there. He made flyers and handwritten ads. Need more time? Call Tony. Seconds for sale. Cash only. By sundown, locals lined up around the block, handing over 20s for little slips of paper that said, 10 borrowed seconds, non-refundable. Tony was laughing so hard he couldn't breathe. The Godfather clock glowed faint gold, like it was feeding off the greed itself. By midnight, every clock in Jersey ran backward for 5 seconds. Time hiccuped, coffee froze mid-pour. A pigeon flapped its wings once and stayed stuck in the air. That's when Sungrown knew it was time to move. They packed into the black SUV Sungrown driving, Mikey the Hammer P riding shotgun, Deb and Sessa in the back, Impeach sitting quiet, his steel hand tapping a rhythm on his knee. Deb, why's it always Florida? Impeach, even hell's afraid of humidity. Sessa, let's make it quick. Guy's already wasted half the internet's time with his mouth. They hit the road before dawn, leaving the neon behind. As they crossed into the Florida line, the sun stuttered, blinked, then froze. The birds hung in place like ornaments. The world had stopped. Sungrown parked and stepped out, his wand glowing basil green. We're in the eye of the idiocy, he said softly. Tony's making himself a god. They found him at an abandoned carnival, rusted rides, dead grass. A sign that once said, "Welcome to Funland," now read, "Welcome to funerals." Tony stood on the old carousel, surrounded by clocks and watches, every one of them ticking out of sync. He had wires running from the Godfather clock into the fairgrounds power grid, feeding energy into nothing. Tony, look who showed up. The jealous ones, the non-believers. You laughed when I said I was connected, huh? Well, guess what, baby? I'm connected to time itself. Mikey, you're connected to delusion, Tony. Deb, you selling minutes now or still peddling fairy tales? Tony, you don't get it. Every second I sell, I get stronger. You think you can stop me? I'll rewind you all out of existence. He twisted the key. The hand spun backward. The world warped. The crew staggered, everything around them slid in reverse. Lightning unstruck, thunder inhaled, the air thick with deja vu. Sungrown held steady, staff glowing bright. You ain't playing God, Tony, he said. You're just borrowing from the bank of time, and it always collects interest. Tony, you're just jealous. You wasted your life on loyalty. I'm cashing out. Sungrown stepped forward. Then consider this your final transaction. He slammed the staff into the ground. The basil light exploded, the clock cracked straight down the middle. Tony screamed, clutching it. The hands spun violently, replaying his lies out loud like a broken record. I ran with Peter Pasta. I fought Hector Camacho. I knew Sonny Francis personally. I'm a made man. I'm. Each word shredded him smaller, thinner, until he wasn't even a shadow, just an echo, a rumor, the ghost of a con. And then, silence. The clock stopped at 11:59 forever. They buried the clock in the swamp under the flickering light of a busted Ferris wheel. Sun-Grown said a quiet prayer in Sicilian. Impeach, you think it's really over? Mikey, Tony's like mold. You can scrub the walls, but he's always hiding in the grout. Deb, let him stay buried with his lies. Maybe hell's got Wi-Fi. The drive back was quiet. The sky fixed itself. Birds moved again. Time mercifully ticked on. Back at the club, Sun-Grown poured espresso and stared at the old clock on the wall. Tick, 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 perfect rhythm. He smiled faintly. Sun-Grown, you can sell seconds, you can waste years, but time don't take orders. It just keeps moving. Deb, unless Tony's trying to sell it again. Mikey, then we'll wind him back ourselves. The lights flickered once, then steadied. Peace for now. Moral of the story. You can cheat money, power, and even people, but you can't cheat time. The hands always come back round, and the more you lie, the faster they spin. Time don't care who you know or what you claim. It don't bend for the bums or bow to the bosses. Every tick's a choice, every lie's a debt, and sooner or later the clock calls it in. This has been another Pizzaverse Grimm tale, The Godfather Clock, The Fall of Tony Bum Pizza. Written by Bambi Palermo, told by Vinny DiPrio. Don't waste your minutes, kid. The next tick ain't guaranteed. Thanks for watching.
Tell my story. The Iceman poisoned my cheeseburger. I beat up Hector Camacho in a street fight. I fought in MSG while Floyd Patterson and Jerry Cody were watching. I split $20,000 a week with Sammy the Bull. Yeah, right. Tony the Con-Man. Tony the Con-Man. Tony the fucking Con-Man. Yeah, right. Tony the Con-Man. Tony the Con-Man. Tony the fucking Con-Man. I was mistaken for Joey Molino when I was in South Philly and interviewed by the media. I shared champagne with John Cena in Florida where Mikey the Bat was killed. He kissed me on the forehead and said they don't make men like us anymore. I was arrested in Utah with a machine gun on my way to watch Sammy the Ball. Yes, sir. Tony the Bomb. Tony the Bomb. Tony the fucking Bomb. I had a beef with the Borderos and ran to Philly where I met Salvi Tester. He kissed me on the forehead and said they don't make men like us anymore. I had streets with my last name on it in Malta and Sicily. Okay, Tony the bullshitter. Tony the bullshitter. Tony the fucking bullshitter. I hung around John Gotti, Tony Pep, Joey Bang Bang from the Bronx, the Varios, the Testers. I was hog-tied and thrown off a bridge, only to be saved by a clever. I hung out with a guy named Captain Chaos. Sonny Francis used to bounce me off his lap and feed me bacon. Yeah! Tony the storyteller. Tony the storyteller. Tony the fucking storyteller. The FBI used to watch me from the van while I panhandled from my refrigerator box like a filthy ball. I spent 20 years with Peter Pasta and Sonny Francis and Michael for 2 years. People watch my Maltese cross 3 times in Malta, all the way in Malta. Sure, they ain't dead. Tony is scumbag. Tony is scumbag. Tony, you fucking scumbag. You can't be something you're not. Fake mobster, cop, collar, king, doctor, king, top, feet, cheap, black, but cold dancer. Shaka shut the boogaloo. You're squatting in that abandoned camp, betrayed in your sense of their